Hi guys, my name is Noni Matigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today, I want us to talk about something that I saw that is quite interesting. And I guess it will also give you a food for thought because I was thinking to myself when I read this, like, okay, what are we doing here? What are we busy with? This is after a certain article was written before this one. I'm gonna read this one first, and then on another video I'm gonna read that other one, and then you guys will tell me what are your thoughts when it comes to that. Here is what I found on the Citizen. Senzo Meyiwa, Senzo Meyiwa trial. How Judge Ratamu Kgatleng founded Kaizer Chiefs before presiding over courtrooms by Tami Kwazi, lifestyle print editor, 18 June 2025, 03:12 p.m. Before he wore the robe, the Senzo Meyiwa made a trial judge was a leader on the soccer pitch. Now, presiding over the high-profile Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, Judge Ratamu Kgatleng might appear stern and unflinching. But behind that piercing gaze is the soul of a football genius once known simply as Ace. The judge who once ruled the pitch, from scoring goals for Orlando Pirates to co-founding Kaizer Chiefs. The man now delivering justice once delivered pinpoint passes. And in his case, the court and the soccer pitch are more alike than you'd think. Judge Ratamu Kgatleng is no ordinary judge. While many in court see a seasoned jurist with a decades of legal gravitas, football purists know him as Ace, the visionary midfielder whose name once echoed in packed stadiums across South Africa. In the swinging 70s, Mokgatleng was regarded as one of the brightest talents in South African football, described by fellow players as a soft-spoken and shy off the field. He transformed into a maestro on it. A bone of contention, he launched his career in 1969 with Orlando Pirates, but soon faced expulsion alongside Edward Msomi Khoza and Thomas Zero My Hero Johnson after choosing to disregard management's instructions not to compete in a match for a local club in Gaborone. This decision would prove momentous in defining their paths. Mokgatleng's style was defined by an almost supernatural sense of timing, vision, and control. He could see plays 2 moves ahead, said a former teammate. He was jazz in motion. From Orlando Pirates to founding Kaizer Chiefs. Before the legal books, there was the beautiful game. Mokgatleng began his football journey at Orlando Pirates, one of the country's most storied teams. But it was his role in co-founding Kaizer Chiefs alongside Kaizer Motaung in January 1970 that etched his name into South African soccer history. While others chased goals, Mokgatleng juggled court dates and corner kicks. Remarkable, he played for Kaizer Chiefs while studying law at the University of Fort Hare, that's my hometown. By the time he was admitted as an attorney in 1976, he'd already earned legendary status on the field. Brains, boots, and the law. Many of his contemporaries recall how he was never one to brag or seek the limelight. Ace was quiet, even introverted, recalled one former coach. But once he had the ball, he spoke with his feet. Even after hanging up his boots, his connection to the game ended. He's participated in historical panels and debates on South African's football greats and remains respected for his insights on the evolution of the sport. It's no surprise some football historians rate him in the same breath as Steve Kalamazoo Mokone, the first South African to play professional football in Europe. Courtroom composure with footballer's flair. After practicing law for over 30 years, Mokgwatleng was appointed as an acting judge in 2002 and eventually rose to the full-time bench. Over the years, he's quietly built a reputation for fairness, sharp logic, and courtroom control. He's presided over several notable cases, including the conviction of former spy boss Richard Mdluli and the recognition of Lerato Sengati as the customary wife of late rapper Double HP. But it's his current role presiding over the emotionally charged Senzo Meyiwa murder trial that has placed him under the national microscope. Watching him steer a courtroom filled with tension and drama, one could say, once a midfield general, always a general. Legacy on both fields. Judge Rata, Ace Mokgwatleng's story is not just one of transformation. It's a tale of dual mystery or mastery. Few can say they've stood at the heart of South Africa's football history and then gone on to shape its legal system. Whether it was threading the perfect pass or passing a complex legal argument, Ace always had an eye for strategy. And now, with the nation watching, it's clear he's still playing for high stakes. Only this time, the pitch is in the courtroom. So that's the article that the Citizen has written about Judge Rat. And I was like, when I was reading this, what is this now? You know what? One thing about South Africans, they are very forgiving and they move on from things and we move. Okay? We move. I suppose this article is written so that we must not look at Richard Rata negatively, but his behavior is what is making people look at him negatively, guys. Nothing else. His behavior in that courtroom is the one. And his biasness is also the one because he is always choosing the state and he is always nicer to them, but not the defense. And he's always harsher to the defense, but not the state, even when the need arises for him to be harsh to the state. That's where the bone of contention is. If he was angry or showing this anger situation to both sides, I suppose we were going to say the guy is harsh. But now the judge is not harsh to Baloyi and Sibanda, but is harsher to the defense team. That's where the problem is. Anyway, let's get into some interesting ones here that they mentioned. I'm like, really? I saw somewhere where they said that he was shy. The Judge Rata that we know, there's nothing shy about him. There's nothing introverted about him, but I heard introverted somewhere here. I read introverted here. There are things that I agree with in what is being said here, but there are those that I don't. Okay, from scoring goals for Orlando Pirates to co-founding cases, the men now delivering justice once delivered pinpoint passes. I agree with that. It sounds very right. And then and in his case, the court and the soccer pitch are more alike than you think. I agree also with that, even though he's a father to me. And a father, how like his age is saying that he's a father to me. I don't know. I've never watched him play. I know you guys. And then he's no ordinary judge. Yes, he is not. While many in court see a seasoned jurist with decades of, okay, is a visionary. Okay, visionary midfielder whose name, okay, visionary. I'm gonna yet to see his vision. I'm gonna yet to see. And there was something else. Yes, described by fellow players as a soft-spoken and shy figure of the field. Okay, maybe back then, but the Judge Rata that I know is no longer this person. She transformed into a maestro on it. Okay. And then they speak about the Mokgwatleng style was defined by an almost supernatural sense of timing, vision, and control. He could see plays 2 moves ahead. Uh-huh. Maybe that's who he is. That I'm not sure, but I think we will see as the time goes. And then the other part that I found interesting was that mm, yes, many of his contemporaries recall how he was never one to brag. Sisi, Budi, this judge is bragging over 55 years experience all the damn time in that courtroom. So what are you talking about? Or sick lights. He always makes everything to be about him. So I don't know, maybe it's growing up stuff, okay, I suppose. But Ace was quiet, even introverted. No, that's not what we are experiencing here as the country. Hell no. No, no. He spoke with his feet. No, he speaks with his mouth here and a lot. He speaks with his mouth in this courtroom. No. That one, I'm not so sure. Mm-mm. And then there was something else that I saw here. Over the years, he's quietly built a reputation of fairness, sharp logic, and courtroom control. In the sense of Meiwa matter, no, I don't see any of that. Fairness, sharp logic, and courtroom control, all 3 of them, no, I don't see them in the sense of Meiwa case. His things are one-sided. I don't see any of that. I don't. And big ups to him for conviction of spy boss Richard Mvuli and recognition of Lerato Senkate as the customer. Big ups to him. He did well in that. That we can't take away. And then they say, but it's his current role presiding over the emotionally charged Senzobe Meda trial that has placed him under the national microscope. No, let's fix this. It's not the case. It's his behavior that put him under microscope. It is how he is behaving in that courtroom. Fix that, ma'am. It's how he is behaving. Watching him steer a courtroom filled with tension and drama, but he is also part of the problem in that courtroom. One who could say once a midfield general, always a general. There's nothing like that here because they have no. But again, only time will tell. Okay, there is the other part. Whether it was trading the perfect pass or passing a complex legal argument, Ace always had an eye for strategy. I am yet to see the strategy. Maybe when he gives his final verdict. Okwangoku, son. So, guys, what are your thoughts about this article? Because I'm thinking they're trying to clean the image of Judge Rata, which is all is not going well for him now. Because I think they are trying to put his legacy where it was, because some of us didn't know this judge before this case. When he came, nah, I didn't know. I don't know judges anyway, but I didn't know when he came and presided over this one and did the things that he did, then that's when we started talking a lot and saying a lot about him due to his behavior. What are your thoughts when it comes to that? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.